Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to a brand new Q&A Ask Anything, where I answer everything and anything that you guys left down below in the comments section last week. So with all that said, and before we dive into your questions and things get a little bit dark, a little bit creepy, a little bit magical, and a little bit mystical, I first wanted to tell you about a really cool independent film called Bad Turn Worse. Yeah, there's a link down below if you want to click it, check out the trailer, annotation right here. It's on iTunes and in select theaters November 14th. Anyway, what is it all about? Well, it's a small group of kids who live in Texas. It's kind of like a desolate wasteland. They want to get out of this dead-end lifestyle, and one thing leads to another, and they get mixed up in organized crime. So yeah, it's a nice little independent film. I highly recommend checking it out. And like I said, link down below, annotation right there. Check it out. It's a really cool little movie. Alright, so with all that said, let's dive into your questions. The first question is, John, did you hear about the way that The Dark Knight Rises was originally supposed to happen? Alright, so before I answer this question, I want you to know that a lot of my answers are going to be based on tidbits, rumors, speculation, things like that. None of this is actually confirmed, but some of the producers and writers of the film have mentioned that these ideas were a possibility at one time. So with all that said, here it goes. Now, one of the possible storylines for The Dark Knight Rises was going to be to have the character of Joker on trial for his crimes against Gotham City in The Dark Knight, and the prosecutor for the trial would be Harvey Dent. Now, at this point, Harvey Dent wasn't going to be Two-Face. He becomes Two-Face in The Dark Knight Rises. So I guess at one point the Joker might throw acid on his face, turning him into Harvey Dent. Now that was one of the possible storylines. Now another possible storyline that was going to go down in The Dark Knight Rises was Bane takes over Gotham City. Now that part actually did happen in the movie, but the big difference was going to be he releases all the prisoners from Blackgate Prison, which he does in the movie, and he also releases all the prisoners from Arkham Asylum, but he leaves one inmate behind, and that inmate is the character of the Joker. Why? Because Bane's all about order, and the Joker's all about chaos, and he felt like the character of the Joker couldn't be controlled in his grand scheme to take over Gotham City. So he leaves the Joker behind in his cell, and at one point in the movie, I guess Batman confronts the Joker in his cell, and kind of like a Hannibal Lecter type deal where he's talking through him through the glass, and they're having this long, lengthy conversation on maybe how to stop Bane and what, chaos and anarchy is all about. And for me personally, that would have been the ultimate showdown between Batman and the Joker. Could you imagine that scene? They're all alone in Arkham Asylum. It's dark, it's creepy, it's a little bit eerie, and they're just having this conversation between like a glass door or something along those lines. That would have even been better than the interrogation scene that we got to see in The Dark Knight. But unfortunately, we never got to see it because Heath Ledger passed away, unfortunately. So yeah, those were some possible outcomes. And also, there was rumors flying around that if Joker was in this movie, Catwoman never would have been in it. And also, I guess the plan all along was to have a character like John Blake in the last installment of the Dark Knight trilogy to take over the mantle when Batman didn't want to do it anymore. So I hope that answered your question. That was probably the best answer I could possibly give you. I hope it covered everything and anything. So with all that said, I'm a little bit dehydrated now. Let me take a drink of my delicious Subway soda. What motivated you to start making YouTube videos? Now this is like a four-part question. Well, why did I start making YouTube videos? Well, at the time, I guess I was just really lonely in life. I was really getting into movies and collecting DVDs and Blu-rays, and I just kind of refound my love for film, and I wanted to share that with people. And I had a few friends that I could talk movies with, but it wasn't that level that I wanted it to be. So, I got on YouTube looking for people who like to talk about movies. And, at first I didn't really understand the concept of YouTube being about communities of people like movies or video games or things like that. I just thought it was viral videos of fucking cats playing the piano. That's what I thought YouTube was. And then you get on there and you find people making vlog videos talking about movies and doing things like that. So I came across somebody named Cool Duder who's, collected movies and lived in his parents' basement. And I was doing the same thing at the time. And I was like, wow, I'm just like this guy. And I think I can do what he's doing. So I started making YouTube videos where I went on flick trips and, talked about movies. So that's essentially how I got started making YouTube videos. How did your videos gain popularity and interest of companies such as Warner Brothers? As far as gaining popularity, I guess I just got into this community of people. I did something a little bit different that nobody was really doing, and people were like, yeah, I'll watch this guy. He's kind of an asshole, but I like him. So at least that's the way I looked at it, and I just kept going and going with it. And then I always got feedback from my viewers, and I tried to give, people what they wanted. And I just try to be entertaining every second I turn on that camera. So, and if I'm not feeling it, if I don't feel like I'm 110% motivated to make a video, I don't make videos. So yeah, every time you guys see me making a video or see a video pop up on YouTube, just know it's because I wanted to make that video and I was amped up to do it. If you guys go 5 days without seeing a video from me, it simply means I just didn't have it to give to you. My soul was not in it. So how did they gain popularity? I guess I just kept going with it, and some of the right people seen it. And one day, yeah, Warner Brothers, they sent me some Blu-ray screeners and stuff like that over the years, and I guess they just came across Blu-ray reviews on YouTube, and they seen my video on there. So where do you see yourself going from here, or what do you want your audience to gain from it? Where do I see myself going from here? I don't know. You know, YouTube has given me a lot. It really has, and I don't know. I would love to just continue to do what I'm doing now. Like, my goal isn't to move out to LA. It's not to start some TV show. It's not to do anything like that. If I could do what I'm doing now and do it comfortably for the rest of my life, I would be more than happy to do so. I am content. I like simple things in life. And when you go too big, you kind of forget about your roots, and you can't enjoy the small things in life. This is what I like to do. I like to do this, watch movies, go to the gym, and eat fucking barbecue chicken pizza. That is my life. So, and I'm not kidding. I literally did all those things today. And how did your process of making YouTube videos from then change from now? The process of making YouTube videos, originally, I guess they were easier. I didn't put as much time or effort into them. You know, I turn on the camera, I do some edits here and there, but I wasn't as picky, you know, about my editing process. And over the years, I've really taken more pride in editing my videos as good as I possibly can, and I try to make them as quick and funny as I can, but at times, you know, I try to make them slow down a little bit and laid back, because I try to make videos that I like to watch. So that's my process, and yeah, now I spend probably 5 times longer in editing videos than I used to originally, but you know, I like to make videos that can live on forever and I can be proud of them, you know, 5 years down the road. So yeah, I definitely take more time making my videos, and I take more time lighting them. I got like 1, 2, 3, I got 4 lights on right now. Actually 5, 6. 6 lights right now just for this right here. So yeah, it's all about the ambiance. Alright, the next question is Nymphomaniacster. I like that nickname. My question is, what is your favorite Hans Zimmer gym workout music? Can you give me a list of songs that you love to listen to by Hans Zimmer when you get your pump on? Your glorious pump, that is. Yes, my glorious pump. By the way, every time you go to the gym, take a little baby oil with you. Not a lot. You don't want to shine up like a disco ball, but you want to get a little, you want to get a shine going, a glimmer under those lights, because it'll enhance you. So yeah, you take a little baby oil, rub them on your biceps like that. Oh yeah, it'll make you look that much bigger and more badass. Don't actually do that. But some Hans Zimmer songs I like to listen to is, one of them is called The Kraken. It's from the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest soundtrack. Look it up, The Kraken. It's a badass Hans Zimmer score. It just makes you walk around like you're a badass. It feels like it could be the theme song for Bane or something like that. Definitely check that out. Another one is essentially the entire Dark Knight Rises soundtrack I can listen to. And also Terraforming from the Man of Steel soundtrack. Phenomenal. And also you have other scores like from The Rock. I think it's called, what's it called? The Marine theme song? Navy SEALs theme song, something like that. So yeah, those are just a few I like to listen to by Hans Zimmer in the gym. Alright, the next question is, hey Johnny Bravo, are you going to do another Black Friday video like you did a couple years ago? I missed when you did one last year, so I was hoping you'd do one this year. Great question. Black Friday is upon us. Everyone get ready to sell your souls to Satan to go to Walmart for things you don't want and things you don't need. Just to give up family time. But yeah, I'm going to go. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I'm going to do, the plan is to do another Flick Trip Black Friday video. I got my GoPro camera, so things will be that much easier. I am going to go with my good pal. And yeah, I'll try to shoot as much footage as I possibly can. And I'm also, before Black Friday does go down, I'll be making a Black Friday video, kind of telling you guys where you should go for Black Friday, things you might want to pick up. So yeah, just some heads up info on where to go for the best deals on Black Friday. And by the way, speaking of that, you guys know there's a $200 50-inch 1080p LED TV at fucking Best Buy? $200 for this thing. Yeah, I was looking for every reason I could think of to go buy this. But I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those doorbuster sales, and I'm not gonna wait outside for 10 hours to buy that. So anyway, let's keep going to the next question. John, what do you think of Watch Mojo's top 10 YouTube critics? Are you disappointed? I'm dying. Hang on. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I made Watch Mojo's top 10 movie critics, even though I consider myself more of a movie enthusiast. But yeah, I was just honored to be on that list. A lot of other great YouTubers made it on the list, and I was number 6 out of 10. I'm okay with that. That is fine by me. In all honesty, I just started actually reviewing movies on a consistent basis, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. So it's not like I've been doing it that long. So to even make it on the list was pretty awesome. And if you guys haven't watched the video yet, yeah, just go to YouTube, type in top 10 movie critics, and you'll see the video. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool to even be on the list. Hey John, huge chick flick fan here. Chick flick fan, I like that. I have about 2 women viewers who watch me, so I appreciate you being one of them. You're hilarious, and your videos make my day. I want to know, what is your favorite Tarantino flick and why? He's my favorite director. Thanks, and keep up the great flick trips. Well, thank you. Favorite Quentin Tarantino movie would probably, I would say, it used to be Pulp Fiction. But ever since I've started watching Django Unchained since it came out, I've watched that movie maybe 10 times. And I love it every single time, just because the Western type atmosphere, the bounty hunting aspect of it. Christoph Waltz, he's like, I like to introduce you to my good friend Django here. That's a terrible impression, but yeah, I love it. Jamie Foxx. So I might say Django Unchained might be my favorite Tarantino movie right now, with Pulp Fiction being a very close second. So yeah. How much store credit do you think you have at Mega Replay? None. I have no more store credit left at Mega Replay. And what is Mega Replay? If you guys don't know, it's a store I go to in a lot of my Flick Trip videos where they sell used DVDs and Blu-rays and a lot of other things and video games. And the reason I don't have any more credit is because I used all my credit to buy a Xbox One headset adapter and a Kinect. Now listen, I don't actually want to play the Kinect. I just got it for the video camera, so that way when I do Twitch live streaming, I have a video camera. So yeah, I used all my store credit on that bullshit. What are some of your favorite YouTube channels that you're subscribed to? I would say, well, I of course watch all my pals on YouTube. I watch Stuntmen, I watch Schmoes, I watch all those guys. A few other channels I watch. A lot of weightlifting, bodybuilder channels. One of them is a kid, his name's Nick Wright. He makes a lot of vlog videos talking about working out, stuff like that. I watch DSP Vlogs, I believe is his name. He's just a guy who talks about video games. And I don't know why, I just find him, I listen to him talk a lot when I'm like doing something else on the computer. He just goes on these long rants. He also does Q&A videos, but he mostly talks about video games, and I'm not the hugest video game fan. Like, I like video games, but sometimes it's just interesting to hear people talk about things that you kind of care about, but just for their personality. Another thing, I watch Red Letter Media on YouTube. Probably my favorite movie review channel, Red Letter Media. Definitely check them out. I watch Screen Junkies. I watch another workout channel. They're called Buff Dudes. 2 guys who just talk about working out. They're funny. They have really great videos. So yeah, those are a few random YouTube channels I watch. Now that you've got a dog and Christmas is coming up, you should dress your dog as the Grinch and put some reindeer antlers on your dog. That would be awesome. Alright, I want to get serious with you for a minute. I don't believe in dressing up your dogs. I don't believe in it. I think it's against I think it's an abomination against humanity. Even though my girlfriend the other day, she came home with a Santa suit that she put it on my dog, and I immediately made her take it off. But with all that said, originally, I'll just tell you guys a backstory before I got my dog. I wanted to find like a black colored dog. The reason is I wanted to name my dog Batman. That was the only reason I wanted a black dog. I wanted to name it Batman. It didn't work out that way, but yeah, that was the original plan. Okay, the next question is, John, do you ever work any other muscle besides your biceps? And rather than just talk about it, I'll show you. Here you go. So yeah, how did you enjoy my gym douchebag pictures? They're necessary, I assure you. Do an impression of Nick Cage as a pirate. There's a man out there with a treasure chest filled with gold. That's all I got. That was awful. I could eat a peach for hours. That's all I got. I'm just gonna stop right there. All right. Okay, that's all I got. So anyway, guys, yeah, once again, thanks for asking your questions. And as usual, ask anything and everything down below, and I'll answer it next week. And by the way, guys, look out for a very special movie night video. It should be on the Flickpick channel within the next day or so. So yeah, check that out. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you next time.